Hey, what's up YouTube? I'm out here at the Great Ohio Toy Show here in Xenia, Ohio, guys. Show's been absolutely awesome. I'll give you a rundown of my booth and we'll go check out the show. So here it is, guys, my booth in all its glory, rocking out with some Star Wars, G.I. Joe, video games, and a little bit of everything else, wrestlers, and more. This show went really well for me, and I ended up selling a ton of stuff you see here, guys. I mean, the people were great, and they were out there, you know, scooping up great deals for their collection. We'll get it started off here right, guys, with some G.I. Joes. This show had a ton of great G.I. Joe options for you, and a lot of great toy options in general. That's one thing that really impressed me here about the Great Ohio Toy Show, is just how much it's grown from year to year. This is a show that's developing constantly and getting better vendors with better selection all the time. They're up to 2 buildings just full of toy goodness. This past one was held on October 5th, 2019, and the next Great Ohio Toy Show will be March 28th of 2020. Like I said, guys, this show is just getting better and better, and you know you're not going to want to miss the next one. They get better every single year. Some toy shows, you know, you go to, and they get a little bit better, but some toy shows like this just to have that exponential growth where they're constantly getting better. So, alright everyone, here's a question I am more than curious about. You guys just take a moment, go leave a comment real quick, let me know. Have you ever been to a toy show? Are they something you go to quite frequently? Or, you know, something that you don't get to go to very often, but you just love exploring through my videos? Just let me know that in the comments. I'd really appreciate to hear about your guys' experience at toy shows, or if you've ever even been to one. So guys, we had the staple of any toy show. We had the booth that was all Funko Pops. Funko Pops are, you know, immensely popular out there. When they first came out, I wasn't too sure about it, but they have proved that they can stick around. Now going on to this table here, we had some absolutely amazing vintage collection figures. The vintage collection for Star Wars, at least to me, it's some of the most beautiful packaging design. They gave you super articulated figures. With great detail, and there's just such a great line to see. Whenever you get the opportunity to check them out, highly recommend you check them out. Guys, this show had a pretty darn good selection of vintage Star Wars toys. Vintage Star Wars is a line that I love to collect personally. This booth right here is Columbus Vintage Toys booth. They brought a ton of different stuff, good selection out there. They also have a YouTube channel, which I will throw a link to in the description below. This gentleman right here at their booth had a great selection of trading cards, vintage and modern, really cool sets. Trading cards are something that I find very relaxing to go through, just to, you know, put them all in numerical order and put those in those card sleeves and your binders, and, you know, just look at the art or look at the photographs and see, you know, your favorite shows in a peaceful environment. It's very relaxing to me, and it's something, if you haven't done, I'd say give it a try. The Great Ohio Toy Show also had a great selection of die-cast, some of the best that I've seen out of a toy show here. They had, trucks, cars, planes, trains, a little bit of everything as far as die-cast, lunch boxes, cap guns. I don't collect die-cast at all, but if you did, this was a great show to be at. Here we have a great little booth set up here, guys, with some awesome vintage Star Wars. And wait for it, guys. Check it out. Look at how mint that red bar R5 is. It's a really hard to get variant, and that figure right there was in minty shape. So, got some Transformers at the same booth. You got the retro collection, and a little bit of everything. This booth belonged to James Ford, which we will hear from here in a moment. He puts on a lot of different great toy shows himself, and when he comes to toy shows, he doesn't mess around. He brings the goods. I've talked about them before, and I will most likely talk about them again unless James sells them, but those Revenge of the Jedi proof cards are so cool. I'm out here at the toy show, and of course, you got James Ford.
Hey guys.
James is starting to become a mainstay on the channel if you guys are familiar with the videos. He's out here a lot.
I am out here a lot with Warren.
So, James, why don't you tell everyone about your next show you have coming up? So, my Columbus videos that you guys all got done watching, that's James' show, and James has another show too, so I'll let him tell you about that.
I have a show coming at the Sharonville Convention Center, and that is next weekend, October 13th. The flyer is up on our website, ctspromotions.com. The Cincinnati Toy Show is a pretty good show. It's not as big as Columbus. Yeah. It's a little smaller, but it's really sci-fi oriented. Star Wars, a lot of that kind of stuff.
Plus, being in Cincinnati, guys, you have to think that's the heart of Kenner, so you get a lot of those nice premium items you don't get to see everywhere else.
Yeah, then after you're done at the Cincinnati Toy Show, you got to go down to the old Kroger building and look at the mural on the side of the building. It's such an icon of Cincinnati. So, for the Cincinnati Toy Show, you can go to ctspromotions.com right there, and you can see all the information on this show and all CTS Promotions show. So, thank you, Warren. Yeah. You've always been a great supporter for us, and we'll see you at the Columbus Toy and Game Show, the Cincinnati Toy Show, and next year, SciCon 2020.
Guys, I'll throw their information down below. Make sure you subscribe to their YouTube channel. They're on Facebook, Twitter, all the social medias, and like he said, they got their own website. So make sure you check them out. So you just got done hearing from James, and like he said, he puts on a bunch of great shows. The next Columbus show, as you saw there, is March 22nd, 2020. And the Columbus show is absolutely amazing. It is huge, jam-packed full of great items. So much stuff, it's almost hard to see it all. It is a fantastic show. Highly recommend you all mark your calendars, schedule your vacations, and hit that show up. The Cincinnati show he talked about, that just happened here at the past weekend as the time of filming this video. That'll be the next couple of videos I make will be about the Cincinnati show. And the Cincinnati show is, nowhere near that size of Columbus, but it is just quality stuff. So if you're unaware, Kenner was a toy manufacturer that no longer exists, but they were located in Cincinnati, and Cincinnati obviously then is the heart of Kenner country. If you're curious and want to know more about Kenner, make sure to go check out my video on Kenner. I will put that at the end of this video. Go ahead and click on that. You'll learn about Kenner, the toy company that really did care. Here was an interesting booth that had a healthy little mix of everything. They had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, some, classic Jurassic Park. I really love that basketball hoop right there from the Ninja Turtles. And of course, they had my favorite, Star Wars. booth right here was the show promoter's booth. Now, him and his wife, they had a great setup and they put on a great show at the Greene Ohio Toy Show. They also have a pretty cool store, guys, located in Xenia, Ohio, called Route 68 Collectibles. So if you're checking out their booth here and you go, man, that's a pretty cool item, I want to get that, there's still a chance that you might be able to pick that up. Go on into Route 68 Collectibles in Xenia, Ohio, and tell them that the Ohio Nerd sent you. So that wraps up the show promoters booth and brings us on to the next section. Like I said here, guys, look at all that diecast. Diecast and model kits and all that type of stuff galore. They also had a ton of great selection of vintage toys. This show had an absolutely really good balance as far as a variety of different lines for people that, you know, whatever it was that you were interested in, there is at least a couple items there that will interest you. Hey guys, if you're liking what you're seeing, please make sure to smash that subscribe button, hit the big old thumbs up there and leave a like, as well as drop a comment below. It all really helps the channel and really helps me create new content. Here's something you almost never see, Snake Mountain with the handcuffs not broken. Snake Mountain, you know, you can see those, you know, at a good variety of shows. I brought one this time around, but with the handcuffs not being broke, super hard to find. Another cool thing about this show were the star cars. They had the Joker mobile right here with a really nice deco there from the animated series. Really nice, check that out. As well as they had the police car from the Transformers movies, which was awesome to see. And let me tell you, whenever you get to see the star cars, they're just fun to see those things that you see in movies and television in real life. Here was just some phenomenal vintage poster artwork, guys, that I had to share with you. You don't get to see, you know, retro art like this that often. That is, you know, 100% authentic, and they were just beautiful to see. Another cool piece to get to check out was the TMNT animation cell that I kind of glanced over right there. I don't currently have any animation cells in my collection, but you know, someday I'd really like to add one up from either the Droids or Ewoks line. Something you see at a lot of shows here, if you're wondering what those are Boglins, cool little line, a couple different varieties, and by far the one I see the most is that purple one. That'll about wrap it up here for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring the bell icon while you're at it. Guys, thank you so much for all your love and support. Have a great day, and may the Force be with you.